Live from the Scripps Studios, this is 10 News.
For the first time, we're hearing in their own words what Navy SEAL Eddie Gallagher's fellow SEALs say happened in Iraq. Good evening, I'm Lindsay Pena.
And I'm Derek Stahl in for Steve Atkinson. 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala has never before seen confidential interviews leaked to the New York Times. Mimi?
And we were here every single day for the trial here at Naval Base San Diego, but this is the very first time we're getting a glimpse into what actually brought this case to trial.
Reporting on the SEALs is extremely tough.
This massive leak gives us insight into a very secretive brotherhood of commandos that otherwise we would never get to see.
And now the New York Times is sharing a look into that secretive brotherhood. Over the summer, the Times was leaked confidential videos, documents, text messages, and helmet camera footage. That information now available in the Hulu series, The Weekly.
You can tell he was perfectly okay with killing anybody.
You hear and see snippets of the interviews with members of SEAL Team 7 and the NCIS investigators.
The guy got crazier and crazier.
The chilling accusations against the man who was their leader.
He's a psychopath.
Their platoon chief, Eddie Gallagher.
I see Eddie laying over him with a knife.
More than a year after the interviews, Gallagher was formally accused of war crimes, including murdering an ISIS teenager, posing with his body, and also shooting at innocent civilians in Iraq.
I heard more rumors and stuff like that of Eddie targeting civilians. I saw Eddie take a shot at probably a 12-year-old kid.
We covered his trial extensively.
This coming after today's bombshell in court.
We were there for the bizarre twist in the case when a witness testified that he was behind the teen's death, not Gallagher. And we were there the moment Gallagher was found not guilty of murder.
This vindication, I hope, will be a lesson learned to everybody that we need to uphold innocent until proven guilty.
So now that his name has been cleared, how does Gallagher feel about all of this coming back up once again? In a statement to 10 News, he says, "My first reaction to seeing the videos was surprise and disgust that they would make up blatant lies about me." Gallagher goes on to say, "The videos also gave me confidence because I knew that their lies would never hold up under real questioning and the jury would see through it."
And coming up new at 6, we'll hear from what the witness who changed his story on the stand originally had to say about this case. We're live from Naval Base San Diego. Mimi Alcala, 10 News.
Thank you, Mimi. Turning now to the snow blanketing our mountains. Thousands of San Diego families are chaining up their tires and braving slick roads to catch a glimpse of the rare low-elevation powder. 10 News reporter Jennifer Kastner is live in Pine Valley, where drivers are heading down from the snow-covered Sunrise Highway. Jennifer.
Lindsay, Derek, we were up there earlier today, just about 10 minutes from here. There were tons of people, a lot of snow. We just got to Pine Valley maybe about an hour ago, and we're seeing all these people who are coming down the mountain on their way home from that snow day, grabbing some dinner and some fuel. We came down here to do our report tonight rather than staying up the mountain because we were concerned about black ice. Tonight, CAL FIRE is warning drivers to be careful in these icy conditions. Hundreds of cars, thousands of visitors. Sledding conditions so good, even we took a ride. Sunrise Highway up to Mount Laguna, packed with locals looking for a true winter experience, seldom seen here in Southern California.
It's fun that it's so close.
You threw snowballs at your grandma?
Oh, yeah.
How'd that go over?
She yelled at us.
Can you stick the eyes on? Need help? Here, we both do it. 1, 2, 3. There. Right now, the roads are pretty dry. It's pretty clear.
So we were concerned that maybe there'd be problems with the roads or chains or other issues, traffic jams, but it was so smooth, it was unbelievable.
But that wasn't the case earlier. CAL FIRE tweeted out these photos, reporting that its workers responded to several ice-related traffic collisions this morning in Pine Valley and Descanso.
We have an all-wheel drive vehicle, and the main thing for us is just to take it nice and slow.
Drivers are urged to use caution in case wet roads freeze after sundown and leave behind black ice.
We go to the snow quite a bit, so we're not too worried about it.
And experts say if you do hit black ice on the road, do not slam on your brakes. Pump the brakes if you need to. Keep your steering wheel straight and try to avoid overcorrecting your vehicle. Reporting live tonight from Pine Valley, Jennifer Kastner, 10 News.
Jennifer, great sledding job out there. Jennifer De La Cruz is here with us now, and it's going to be a cold Friday night.
It's going to be cold for sure. You definitely will want a jacket, maybe even two of them as you're heading out the door. Just make sure you bundle up. It should be a pretty nice evening, mostly clear skies. However, yes, our temperatures will be pretty chilly. Just 40 degrees in about the San Diego downtown area, 39 for Oceanside, upper 30s in Fallbrook, Escondido, Ramona at 36 tonight, 39 in Alpine and Hamul, 29 degrees tonight in Palomar Mountain. So our mountain areas certainly will be very chilly, sub-freezing temperatures there. Right now around the county, though, we had a beautiful day. Lots of sunshine, much different than what we saw the past couple of days here. So I'm sure everyone was enjoying that. But from La Jolla to Rancho Penasquitos downtown, watching the sun go down. And on our Mount Laguna sky cam, you can still see some of that snow on the ground. So hour by hour on the coast, we'll be dipping into the 40s by about 9 o'clock and then into the low 40s after that. So definitely you will want to bundle up. I'm tracking another storm with rain and snow coming up in your 7-day forecast.
Jen, thanks. And because of those cold temperatures, Father Joe's Villages will be opening its shelter downtown for the third day in a row. Father Joe's opens the shelter when the temperature drops below 50 degrees or if there's a chance of rain. The shelter on 6th Avenue can house up to 134 people, including families. A meal will also be served. Check-in started about an hour ago.
The 36-hour closure of the Grapevine north of LA is finally over. The road reopened today, although CHP is still escorting drivers through. The Grapevine was shut down Christmas night when a snowstorm made it too dangerous to drive through. Many vehicles got stuck and drivers had to spend the night in the snowy mountains. One trucker was found dead in his big rig the next morning. You can follow the weather anytime, anywhere with the 10 News mobile app. You can access the Pinpoint Doppler and check out our video forecasts.
Are you having issues with your trash pickup? This could be why. Some workers at the Otay Mesa landfill are on strike. 10 News reporter Adam Rakusin is live in the newsroom. And Adam, this strike is causing a slowdown on some trash pickup services.
Yeah, there's that ripple effect. The longer it takes to get in, the longer it takes to get out and then come pick up your trash. There's also the residents who are trying to drop stuff off at the landfill. They're being kept out for certain periods of time.
What do we want? From sunup to sundown, they circle, taking shifts while you sleep, but not being paid for their time. Instead, striking for their family's future.
I've been here 17 years. I operate all the equipment, and we're fighting for the insurance.
On Thursday, more than 30 workers at the Otay landfill walked off the job and outside the gates of their employer. They picked up picket signs and blocked the entrance, slowing all traffic in and out.
Well, because the company has no respect for all of us out here. No, you know, we work very hard.
Consuelo Tolberts worked at the landfill for about 15 years.
We pay high medical, you know, with, for our families, what have you, it's unaffordable.
Some are actually living in Mexico to make it affordable, right, for them and their families.
Salvador Abrica is with the local Teamsters Union. He says about 2 years ago, workers at the landfill voted to unionize, and contract negotiations began. Employees are looking for what they describe as a living wage, better medical premiums, and more safety considerations. But Abrica says those negotiations broke down, and employees had no choice but to walk out.
It's really skilled labor, and they're not being looked at that way. They're just being looked upon as regular labor that can be easily replaced at any given moment.
The strikes blocking the entrance and exit to the landfill. Some cheered on the striking workers as they drove by. Others made sure the workers knew they weren't happy with the wait. Employees we spoke with say they hope customers understand why they're out there.
We're just trying to fight for what's right.
And in a statement this afternoon, the company said in part customers should expect minimal, if any, disruptions. The city of San Diego tells me that they are rerouting some of their trash pickups or trash dump-offs right there to the Miramar location, and that's going to take 2 extra hours on that, so that could slow down some of that pickup service. They say if they don't get to everything tonight, although they should, that they will get to it tomorrow. Reporting live in the newsroom, Adam Rakusin, 10 News.
Adam, thanks. A Del Mar man charged criminally with posing as a plastic surgeon is now suing the patient who came forward to accuse him of groping. Dario Moscoso was the office manager at Del Mar Cosmetic Contouring Surgery Center. He's charged with 9 criminal counts, including felony sexual battery. Moscoso just filed a defamation lawsuit against the alleged victim in this case and her attorney, accusing them of lying and hurting his business. Moscoso told Team 10 he never did anything wrong.
The president of Kazakhstan has ordered an inspection of all airlines in the country after a jet carrying 98 people crashed shortly after takeoff today. At least 12 people were killed and 54 more hurt. ABC's Julia McFarland looks at what went wrong.
The plane crashed just a minute after takeoff with 100 people on board. The Interior Ministry saying at least 12 people are confirmed killed, the captain among the dead. Dozens hospitalized, some in critical condition.
Everything got out of control. Everyone started screaming and shouting. And there was children's crying, woman sounds, but I didn't hear any crew announcement, nothing.
Footage from the scene. The jet's broken fuselage is scattered, building rubble in the snow. Bystanders and rescue workers combing through the debris to check for survivors. The Beck airplane reportedly lost altitude fast, eventually crashing into a nearby building shortly after takeoff from Almaty Airport, Kazakhstan's largest city. Beck is a Kazakh low-cost carrier. The airline has now suspended all flights pending an investigation.
The cause of the crash is unclear, but the region has a history of poor flight safety records, with the former Soviet Union states frequently topping the list of the world's most accident-prone regions for aviation. Julia McFarland, ABC News, London.
We've learned the name of the young girl who died after a medical emergency on a flight from LAX to Seattle last night. The LA coroner's office has identified that girl as 10-year-old Janice Shu. An autopsy will be performed in the upcoming days, but it's believed she suffered a cardiac arrest on the plane. The flight on its way to Seattle was turned around after the emergency, where paramedics tried to save her life. LAPD says they do not suspect foul play.
It is now illegal across all 50 states to sell tobacco to anyone under 21 years old. This includes vaping products as well. 19 states already had the smoking age set at 21, including California. The FDA just raised the age limit after President Trump approved it as part of a $1.4 trillion spending package last week. The legislation has received support from both sides of the aisle.
College football fever is roaring right now in Mission Valley. Let's take a live look at SDCCU Stadium, where the Holiday Bowl game just got underway. This year's matchup is between USC and Iowa. With the stadium on its last legs, the future of this game is uncertain. Coming up at 5:30, we'll look at what the Holiday Bowl managers plan to do once the current stadium is gone.